ABC's The Bachelorette usually premieres in May, but it comes as no surprise that production was pushed back due to COVID-19. And now we are looking forward to the season to begin anytime now. There's been a lot of confusion surrounding this new season, so who better to help us out than Reality Steve? Reality Steve, how are you?
I'm doing as well as I can, Amy, due to COVID-19. This is why we are on Zoom now.
I know, usually we get to do this in person, on your couch. Everything looks a little bit different right now, Steve. So, and there's been a lot of confusion surrounding The Bachelorette. And I wonder how this affects your job at spoiling these episodes. So we want to get to that too. But can you please answer for all of America and beyond, who is The Bachelorette?
Well, The Bachelorette is Clare, at least to start the season. She will be the Bachelorette. They promoted that for the longest time during COVID. They said, look, we're going to get Clare's season in. It just so happened, though, once filming started, there was a situation where Clare and a guy really connected right off the bat. And it was decided that there was no need to continue anymore with Clare. And they decided to bring in a second Bachelorette to give out roses and pretty much continue the season. So we're going to have 2 Bachelorettes this season.
That's a huge spoiler alert, by the way. Okay, so that's what we've been seeing in the press. So that confirms the confusion that anyone's seeing out there in anything that's published. So Tayshia, does she come in and just pick from the remaining guys, or are fresh bait brought in?
She definitely picks from the guys that were left on Clare's season. I'm sure, and I don't know this for 100% certainty, I'm sure they were given an option to stay, and I do think every guy did stay. But then there were other guys that were part of the cast that ABC released in July that were then brought in for Tayshia.
All right, well, let's talk about the filming itself. It did not take place where it traditionally is, the Bachelor Mansion. Can you talk to that?
So they found a resort in Southern California, out in the Palm Springs area, La Quinta, California, and they're filming the whole season at the La Quinta Resort and Spa. And they're kind of doing like what the NBA and a couple of the sports leagues are doing. It's just in a bubble. There are no dates outside of that resort, but that's what we're looking at, a season in one location.
So Steve, let's talk a little bit about Clare. There was a lot of press surrounding her because she is the oldest Bachelorette by far at 39 years old. What could we know about her? And also, what do we know about the guy she chose?
Well, with Clare, this is her 5th show, and she's been engaged once. She got engaged at the end of Winter Games, but that didn't last more than a couple months. So this guy that she ended up falling for is Dale Moss. He's a former NFL player. I mean, he wasn't a big name in the NFL, pretty much a practice squad player. 31 years old, lives in New York as a model. He also runs a business. So he was a guy when the cast was released that a lot of America, if you looked at the comments, they were kind of sold on him as just, oh my God, he's hot. Once Clare made her decision, they decided, hey, that's fine. Let's bring in Tayshia. We were thinking about her as Bachelorette anyway. As far as I know, Tayshia's had 3 or 4 rose ceremonies herself after Clare had 3 or 4.
Okay, well, we'll save those spoilers for next time. Meanwhile, Steve, update us on you. You have many faithful followers across many platforms who tune in to Reality Steve for those spoilers. How has COVID-19 affected your ability to do what you do?
It's been a little bit different because in the past, when they do have a non-COVID year, they have plenty of dates that they invite the public to. They have plenty of dates that are just out in public. People take pictures. It's all over the internet. You can see who's on the date. There's been no dates that have gotten out on this season in terms of pictures. I've heard a couple dates. I've heard of who's been on a few dates, but there's nothing visually that has come out. So while it's not as spoilerific as it has been in the past while I spoiled during filming, I think there's enough there that the good thing is nobody else is spoiling it, so it's not like anybody else is getting information that I can't. I'm pretty confident once this is all done and said and done, and we got about a month before the season from the time this stops filming to the time it starts airing, I think I'll be good enough to where everyone's going to have their spoilers.
Okay, so here's a spoiler. They haven't announced on ABC when The Bachelorette will premiere. So What's your guess on when The Bachelorette will premiere on ABC?
It's looking like it's going to be Tuesday, September 15th. That's the one thing that's different this year. We found out this morning that Dancing with the Stars is premiering on Monday, September 14th. The one thing Bachelorette has said is it's going to air on Tuesdays in the fall. So my guess is it's going to premiere the day after Dancing with the Stars premiere is September 15th. ABC hasn't made anything official yet, but that is my guess. If it's not the 15th, it's going to be the 22nd. I don't think the 29th is – I think that's too late.
Okay. Well, Reality Steve, like always, you gave us some good insight, and we'll catch up with you in a few weeks to spoil the season a little bit more. Thanks so much.
Perfect. Thanks for having me on again.
Thanks.